Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do the Goodreads tag. Now, I wasn't actually tagged by anyone, but I'm just going to do it anyway because I feel like it. And this tag was created by Spiral Bookmark, whose channel and original video I shall leave below for you to check out. So let's get straight to it. The first question is, what was the last book you marked as read? This book that I marked as read, and I think people will judge me for this, was actually City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And you know what? I know I probably shouldn't, but it was just really, really addictive and I enjoyed it. So don't judge me too hard. The second question is, what are you currently reading? I am currently reading Garnet Hill by Denise Mina, and when I say currently reading, I mean just started and literally haven't read a sentence yet. I'm also reading City of Ashes because I'm desperately trying to marathon my series from now on, because whenever I start a series, I always really enjoy the first one, and when it comes to reading the second, I find that I've always forgotten what happened in the first one, and I feel it kind of affects my enjoyment of the sequel. So from now on, I am just going to start marathoning them, and as you can tell, I'm going to start with this one. The third question is, what was the last book you marked as to read? The last book that I marked as to read was The Spectacular Now by someone. I'll leave a little picture. I think it's Tim something. It was recommended to me with a kind of comparison to Perks of Being a Wallflower, except this one revolves around a guy who believes himself to be the life of the party, but he's actually verging on alcoholism. I looked on Goodreads and this just had nothing but good reviews, and I know the movie version of this was just released and I heard it was really, really, really good, so I'm excited to get into that novel when I finally get around to buying it. Number 4 is, what book do you plan to read next? I'm going to stick with my theme and go with City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. Number 5 is, do you use the star rating system on Goodreads? And the answer to this is that yes, I do. I actually really like the Goodreads rating system. I find it very inoffensive and simple to stick to. I'm always a bit of a stickler for 5 stars. I always think 5 stars should be perfect, and I'm really trying to get out of that mindset. I'm going to start being a bit more loose with my 5-star ratings from now on. Question 6 is, are you doing a 2014 reading challenge? I am doing a reading challenge on Goodreads. So far this year I have challenged myself to read 60 books, I believe. This is because I'm going to Australia in September, and I don't really know how much reading I'm going to be getting done while I'm out there. I'm aware that I will probably overtake 60 before I leave, because last year I think I read something crazy like 150 books. But I wanted to lower that this year, especially since I want to actually reread some books this year. 7 is, do you have a wish list? I guess you could count every book on my TBR to be my wish list. I mean, I've clicked on them, I've liked the sound of them, so I would like them. I also do have an Amazon wish list, but that's more for if my family are looking for gifts for me, they can just go on there and order me something. But yes, I would consider my entire TBR to be my wish list. Number 8 is, what book do you want to buy next? And that would actually be The Spectacular Now, because I just heard so many good things about it, and I don't actually read much YA contemporary, because most of it I don't find it very good, I hate to say, but this is going to be me giving YA contemporary another shot. Number 9 is, do you have any favourite quotes on Goodreads? And I do. One quote is by Chuck Palahniuk, I believe it's pronounced, and it basically says, all God does is watch us and kill us when we get boring, so we must never, ever be boring. I think that's quite a nice rule to live by. It has one that just says, your heart is my piñata, and I just find that imagery a bit hilarious. And I also like Lewis Carroll from Alice in Wonderland when she says, I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person then. Question 10 is, who do you have listed as your favourite authors? My favourite authors as listed on Goodreads, which I haven't updated in a very long time, are Bret Easton Ellis, Margaret Atwood, Gillian Flynn, Augustin Burroughs, Laurel K. Hamilton, and Margaret George, who I've only read one book by, so I don't know why she's in my favourite authors, but I did really like that book, I guess. We'll just leave her there. Let's hope her next one is good too. Number 11 is, have you joined any groups? I have joined groups, but I never go in them or use them. I probably should more. I've never taken part in a reading challenge with a group or anything like that. I should probably do that. Resolution for 2015. Oh, and that is the end of the questions. I thought there were more. So that is the end of this tag. I'm not actually going to tag anyone because this is a really old one and I think a lot of people have already done it at this point. So if you haven't done it and you would like to, please feel free to consider yourself tagged by me. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I shall see you soon with another one. Goodbye.